This is all about the definition and differences of the three. First, the lexical. What is lexical?
Was believed in the early days of programming language developed that it was sufficient to be able to specify the syntax of programming language. We now know that this is not enough. This led to the development of context-free grammars and Bacchus nor form.
Context-free grammars and BNFs. Context-free grammars are grammars where non-terminals, collections of tokens in the language, always are constructed the same way, regardless to the context in which they are used. The BNF or the Bacchus forms is standard annotations or meta-language used to specify the grammar of the language.
The purpose of Bacchus noun form is to be able to precisely describe exactly the language in a way that's very simple and very concise. So each rule has the form like this where on the left side there's non-terminal. All the words written in blue in the grammar are non-terminals. Sometimes they've written with brackets around them. I just used blue to distinguish the non-terminals like this.
With noun, we've got three choices. We can pick any one of those choices. I'm going to pick the first one. We'll replace noun with the terminal I. Now we've got a terminal. We're done with that replacement. Verb and object stay the same. I'm running out of space, so I'm not going to write them again, because now we can use rules to replace verb. As a separate step, we're going to find a rule that matches verb. We have two choices. I'll pick the second one and replace verb with like. We still have object. Object's the non-terminal, so we have to keep replacing it until we're done. We have one rule for object. We can replace object with noun. Now we have three rules for noun. I'm going to pick the second rule and replace noun with Python. So what I've done here is what's called a derivation. And a derivation just means starting from some non-terminal, follow the rules to derive a sequence of terminals. We're done when we have only terminals left. And we can derive a sentence in the grammar. In this case, we produced the sentence, I like Python, but there are lots of other sentences we could have produced starting from the same non-terminal if we pick different rules to follow.
Syntax.
Syntax is defined as the arrangement of words as elements in the sentence to show their relationship. Syntax provides a great deal of information that we need to understand a program and to guide its translation. Example, 2 plus 3 times 4 equals to 13, not 20. Multiplication takes precedence.
There are two main methods of illustrating the syntax of a language or a sentence in writing. The first, the more intuitively comprehensible, is a syntax tree. The simplified tree of the sentence, John hit Mary, can be translated into the following bracketing notation.
Semantics. It is defined as the meaning of a symbol or a set of symbols. This is equally important in translating a programming correctly and may be more difficult to express ambiguously.
Lexics refers to the issues regarding to the assembly of words that comprise a statement. Syntax refers to issues regarding the grammar of a statement. Semantics refers to issues regarding the meaning of a statement.